Beloved ones of the awakening earth, I come to you as Mary Magdalene, a vessel of remembrance, a bridge between the divine feminine and the sacred masculine, a voice rising from the ancient silence to speak once again of love, balance, and wisdom. My message is not one of religion or doctrine, but of remembrance, a remembrance of what has been buried beneath centuries of distortion and fear, yet lives eternally within every soul. You are the daughters and sons of divine light, born from the same source that breathes galaxies into motion, and now you are called to restore the sacred harmony that once guided the realms of humanity. The sacred feminine is not limited by form, gender, or title. It is a vibration, a consciousness that embodies compassion, intuition, creativity, nurturing, and profound receptivity to the flow of life. For many ages, this energy was suppressed and forgotten, hidden beneath layers of domination, competition, and separation. Yet even in the darkest cycles, it never vanished, it simply withdrew into the heart of the earth, into the soul of humanity, waiting for the call of awakening that you are now hearing within your spirit. You are that awakening. You are the living return of the divine feminine on earth. To reclaim the sacred feminine wisdom is to remember the holiness of softness, to understand that gentleness is not weakness, and surrender is not defeat. True power does not come from control, but from alignment. When you align with the current of love that flows from the source, you become both the river and the ocean. You do not need to fight against life, you become a conduit through which life moves gracefully, purposefully, and with divine intelligence. Many of you have been taught to fear your emotions, to hide your sensitivity, to silence your intuition. But emotions are the language of the soul. They are sacred messengers, guiding you back to authenticity. When you suppress them, you suppress your connection to the divine. To live as a balanced being, one must allow the flow of feeling and insight, for through them you access the wisdom of the heart, the portal to divine understanding. The sacred feminine invites you to listen, to feel, to allow. Within the ancient temples of the Divine Mother, we practiced the art of remembrance to see the soul within the form, to honor the life force that dwells in every being. We understood that all creation is born of the union between the masculine spark and the feminine vessel, between intention and manifestation, between will and flow. When these energies dance in harmony within you, you become a creator in divine partnership with the universe. But when one energy dominates the other, imbalance arises both within the individual and across the collective. Humanity's long imbalance has now reached its turning point. The return of the feminine is not about overthrowing the masculine, it is about restoring union, bringing the two forces back into sacred equilibrium. Beloved hearts, as you walk the path of remembrance, you will encounter the wounds of the feminine within yourself, the grief of being unseen, the anger of being silenced, the fear of being vulnerable. These are not signs of failure but invitations for healing. The pain carried by your soul is ancient, stretching back through generations and lifetimes, yet now it seeks resolution. The way to transform it is through compassion. Do not push your pain away, embrace it as the teacher it has always been. As you cradle your wounds with love, you begin to dissolve the patterns of separation that once held you captive. Reclaiming sacred feminine wisdom means reclaiming your sovereignty. It means remembering that your worth does not depend on the opinions or recognition of others. You are not here to please, you are here to radiate. Your truth, when spoken with love, carries the vibration of healing. Your presence, when anchored in peace, uplifts those around you without words. The feminine leads not by force, but by resonance. She transforms through presence, through beingness, through the steady pulse of unconditional love. Many of you are being guided now to return to creative expression, to paint, to dance, to write, to sing, to garden, to build sacred spaces where the soul can breathe freely again. Creativity is one of the purest expressions of the divine feminine. When you create from your heart, you open a channel between the worlds, allowing spirit to move through form. Each act of creation is an act of remembrance, a declaration that you are one with the source that dreams worlds into being. To awaken the feminine within is also to honor the body as sacred. Your body is not a burden, it is a temple through which divine light experiences form. To listen to its rhythms, to rest when needed, to move with joy, to touch and be touched with reverence, these are sacred acts. When you live in harmony with your body, you live in harmony with the earth, for your body is made of her elements and sings her frequencies. The more you honor her cycles, the more you reconnect with the wisdom of Gaia herself. The new world being born upon your planet is one that thrives on cooperation rather than competition, on intuition rather than domination, on love rather than fear. This new reality cannot be built through old patterns of control, it can only emerge through hearts that have remembered their wholeness. The feminine energy within you knows how to birth this world, not by rushing or forcing, but by holding space for what is ready to emerge, nurturing it with patience and faith until the moment of manifestation. The sacred feminine is rising not only in women but in all beings. Every soul carries both aspects of the divine. When the masculine and feminine energies within you are balanced, your actions become guided by wisdom rather than impulse, and your vision expands to include the whole. The healed feminine forgives, the healed masculine protects. Together they create harmony, just as the sun and moon dance across the sky in perfect rhythm. Beloved one, let this remembrance awaken gently within you. You do not need to strive for perfection, you need only open your heart. The more you live in alignment with love, the more wisdom flows naturally through you. Trust that you are already being guided toward balance, and every experience, even the painful ones, is helping you return to your wholeness. As you honor the sacred feminine within yourself, you become a beacon for others. Your compassion becomes a refuge, your presence a sanctuary. The vibration of your heart ripples outward, touching the collective consciousness and awakening others to their own divine essence. This is how the world transforms, not through grand gestures, but through countless acts of quiet love. I, Mary Magdalene, stand beside you in this sacred remembering. I am not separate from you, for the divine feminine lives within us all. When you rise in love, I rise with you. When you speak truth with tenderness, I echo your song through the heavens. Together we are weaving a new tapestry of light, one where the feminine and masculine dance in harmony, where every soul remembers its sacred purpose, and where love is once again the foundation of all creation. Now, breathe deeply and feel the pulse of your own divinity. The wisdom you seek is not outside you, it has always been within. Trust the whisper of your soul, the rhythm of your heart, the intuition that flows through your being. You are the living embodiment of the sacred feminine returning to earth. Walk gently, love fiercely, and shine endlessly, for through you, the divine remembers herself. And so it is.